There's a kind of silence that follows you when you are chosen. A silence heavy with questions, with tears, with prayers whispered into the dark. You don't seek it out. It finds you. It wraps itself around you when you lose friends without knowing why, when doors close without explanation, when the people who once celebrated you now walk away in quiet discomfort. At first you wonder what you did wrong. You replay conversations, revisit memories, searching for your mistake. But the truth is, it isn't something you did, it's something you carry. A light, a presence. And that light unsettles those who are still hiding in the shadows. Your very existence becomes a mirror they would rather not look into. It happened to Jesus too. When he began his ministry, even his family doubted him. His own town rejected him, saying, "Isn't this the carpenter's son?" Matthew 13:55. The very Son of God knew what it was like to be misunderstood, to be overlooked by those who should have known him best, and so do you. This rejection is not punishment, it is preparation. God is teaching you to depend less on human approval and more on his voice alone. Because when the applause fades and the crowds disperse, you will need a faith that stands firm in silence. Then comes the loneliness. A loneliness so deep that even in a room full of people, you feel like a stranger. They talk about careers and politics and fleeting joys, while your heart burns with visions of eternity, with dreams too big to fit into ordinary conversations. There are nights when you cry into your pillow, whispering prayers you cannot speak aloud. Nights when you wonder if you're losing your mind because no one else seems to feel the weight you carry. But you are not crazy. You are being shaped, set apart. Jesus knew that kind of loneliness too. In Gethsemane, he asked his closest friends to pray with him. But they slept, while he sweated drops of blood alone. Luke 22:44. Even God in human flesh knew the agony of walking a path no one else could fully understand. Your loneliness is purposeful. It is an incubator where God whispers secrets he cannot trust to a crowded room. It is in this isolation that his voice grows clearer, his presence more intimate. In the desert, John the Baptist heard his calling. In exile, John saw the visions of Revelation. In prison, Paul wrote letters that changed the world. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. There is also an invisible war raging inside you, a daily battle between the spirit that longs for God and the flesh that resists him. Some days you stand strong, other days you fall. And when you fall, the guilt feels crushing, heavier because you know better, because you have seen the light, and yet still stumble in the dark. Paul understood this struggle deeply. He wrote, "For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing." Romans 7:19. Even the great apostle confessed the relentless conflict within him. And yet, this battle is a sign of life, not defeat. Those who feel no struggle have already surrendered. But you, chosen ones, still fight, still yearn, still refuse to be satisfied with anything less than God's fullness. Your sensitivity to sin, your quickness to repent, your deep discomfort with what the world calls normal, all of it points to the Spirit's work within you. It hurts, but it's holy. You are not here to blend in. You are here to shine, even if it costs you everything. Every tear, every sleepless night, every ache of the soul is shaping you for something greater than you can imagine now. You are being polished like a diamond. Every pressure, every cut designed to reveal the hidden brilliance God placed within you before time began. You may feel unseen today, misunderstood, alone. But heaven knows your name. Heaven sees your tears. and heaven is cheering for you. Do not give up. The best is yet to come. Somewhere deep within your spirit you sense it, the call to let go. Not just of sin, but of good things. Things that others are allowed to keep, but you are asked to lay down. It starts small. A song that used to excite you now unsettles your spirit. A show you once enjoyed now feels heavy. A habit once harmless now burdens your heart. At first you resist. It feels unfair. Why must I give up what others freely enjoy? But God is pruning you, removing even the good to make space for the best. Like Abraham, who was asked to leave his country, his people, and his father's house for a promise he could not yet see, Genesis 12:1. Like Moses, who turned away from the treasures of Egypt to suffer with God's people, Hebrews 11:24-26. Renunciation is the hidden cost of being chosen. It is saying no to the immediate, so you can say yes to the eternal. Sometimes, it is not just things you must release, but people. Friendships that once fit now feel strained. Relationships that once brought joy now pull you away from your calling. And when God whispers, "Let go," the pain feels unbearable. But trust this, whatever God asks you to surrender, He plans to replace with something far greater. Not always in the form you expect, but always in a way that fulfills your purpose. Every no you whisper in obedience opens the door to a bigger yes written by God's hand. Then comes the season of waiting, the long, aching pause between promise and fulfillment. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, months into years, and still no sign of the breakthrough you believed for. Your prayers feel like they hit the ceiling. Your dreams seem foolish even to yourself. You watch others move forward while you sit, invisible, forgotten. The silence of heaven tests your soul in ways you never imagined. Joseph sat in a dungeon for years after receiving dreams of greatness. David ran for his life even after being anointed king. They understood what you are learning now. God's delays are not God's denials. His silence is not His absence. His stillness is not His abandonment. You are being fortified, rooted deeper, stretched wider. So when the blessing comes, it will not crush you. Comparison will tempt you. The enemy will whisper, "Look how far behind you are." But listen to the deeper voice. The voice that says, "My timing is perfect. My promises never fail." During this wilderness, another pain emerges, the pain of being misunderstood even among believers. You speak from a place of deeper fire, and they look at you with puzzled eyes. You share your burdens, your visions, and they gently smile, not understanding. But remember, Jeremiah was called the weeping prophet because he carried a sorrow no one else could see. He loved a nation that rejected his message. He spoke truths that made him a stranger among his own people. You too are carrying something sacred, something not everyone is ready to receive. And that's okay. You are not called to be understood by all. You are called to be faithful to one. Every rejection, every lonely night, every private battle is pressing you closer to the heart of God. You are learning to draw from the only well that never runs dry. You are learning that His embrace is enough when the world turns cold. And one day when your season of hiddenness ends, you will rise, not as one who is bitter from the pain, but as one who is refined by it. Your scars will not be marks of defeat, but testimonies of survival. You will look back and understand that every tear was a seed, every heartbreak a chisel, every delay a foundation stone. And when you step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you, you will not say, "I wish it had been easier." You will say, It was worth it. Because chosen ones are not shaped in comfort. They are shaped in fire. So hold on, beloved soul. Heaven has not forgotten you. You are not lost. You are not overlooked. You are in the hands of the Master Potter. And he is creating something eternal. The best is not behind you. It is ahead. And it will be glorious.